arrangement. He's been running around looking very tense and we have been worried about you. Next 3 days only and your tension will be over. An excellent arrangement, I must say. I would like to compliment that young boy who did that dance. He was wonderful. I think वो जो कहते हैं ना समा बांध दिया, बहुत he was excellent. I hope he's listening to me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Anurag and उनके पहले Joseph has already told you what is the kind of focus that CBSE has. This particular conference, Transforming Education Through Technology and Skill Development, we felt it is apt that this focus and this theme should be introduced in this conference. CBSE has shifted its focus, as Anurag has said, from being a routine body which looks at tick marks, 1 हो गया, infrastructure 2 हो गया, room का size 3 हो गया, library है या नहीं, उसमें 1500 किताबें हैं या नहीं. My inspection team actually used to go and count your books, I believe. And it appalled me when I got to know about it. So a lot of things we were looking at, and then came the announcement that India will be participating in PISA. As you may be aware, in 2009 when we participated in PISA, the program for international students assessment, which is conducted by the OECD, out of 74 countries, our ranking was 72nd. Very dismal performance. A large number of CBSE schools also participated along with government schools from Tamil Nadu and Himachal Pradesh. This government took up upon itself that if the quality of education has improved, then it must show in 2021. Now, for preparing for 2021, the first thing that we needed to do in CBSE, because apparently the largest number of CBSE schools will be participating this time in PISA. Probably 100% of the schools will be CBSE. Our focus had to shift from looking at physical infrastructure, etc., to looking at quality of education. It has to be outcome based. And that is why this change in the affiliation bylaws, and that is why this focus on looking at training of teachers. The biggest resource that this board has is its teachers. I was looking at the NAS figures, the National Achievement Survey, you may be aware of that. In 2017 we conducted it for 3, 5, 8, class 3, 5 and 8, and at that time CBSE did not participate. In fact, I was not very aware that CBSE could participate. I conducted the NAS last year and I was in the ministry at that time. But the moment I came to CBSE and I realized that class 10 NAS is going to happen, I insisted that CBSE should participate. So I was looking at those figures and I was glad to see that as compared to the national average in mathematics, languages, sciences and social sciences, CBSE is on the top. It has performed the best in the country. In languages, it is competing with the ICSE board, which has done better than CBSE, particularly in English language, but in the rest it is on the top. But the top, where does the top end? The top is 50% or maximum 60%, which believe me is not a good performance. So it goes to show that the state governments of course are doing much worse, but CBSE is also not doing its best. So there is a quality gap somewhere and we have to look at it. When Anurag was talking about in-service training, we are looking at a shift in the classroom transactions from a routine transaction where there is one-way audio, two-way video, as they say, to a two-way audio, a three-way audio, a 40-way audio. The entire class together looks at the subject which is being taught, reflects upon it, questions it, analyzes it, experiences it. The class goes through what we call experiential learning, reflection, peer assessments, where the entire class participates. We are looking at a shift towards that kind of pedagogy, that kind of transaction, that kind of learning and teaching. For that to happen, technology becomes a complementary or a supplementary resource for us. And that is why there will be a session today. You will hear Shri Jagdish Babu, who's here from EkStep, about Diksha. You have been seeing my circulars and some of you, not all of you, have responded. We have